Okay. Oh, I lost my mission statement. Sorry.
No.
Okay, thank you. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents to become shining light parents by providing support and resources to aid in the healing process. We go a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and evidence for the afterlife in a non-dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and allow for an open dialogue. Attendance today at the Helping Parents Heal meeting is voluntary, and we are here for the benefit of learning from and sharing with other parents whose child has passed away. It is understood that our discussions are intended to be confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. However, these Zoom meetings are very helpful to parents all around the world, and they are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members who are not able to attend live can also watch. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers to allow parents to be informed about many possible ways to heal, to connect with their children, and to learn about the afterlife. The views expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect those of Helping Parents Heal, and we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
Thank you so much. That was perfect. And so I want to just quickly introduce Jamie. And as I say, I've known him for such a long time. I feel so grateful to have known him for all this time. He also spoke at our first conference. He was born in Sandusky, Ohio, and had signs early in life that he would someday be helping people with his remarkable talents. As a child, he was concerned about being different from others with what was going on in his mind. With the guidance of his mother, Elaine, also a gifted medium, they began to research and explore the depth of Jamie's emerging talents. Through years of studying and a series of profound revelations, Jamie discovered that he had the gift of psychic intuition and could also communicate messages and feelings between people living and those who have left this physical plane of existence. In other words, he can communicate with those we have loved and lost. Now, with thousands of powerful connections made worldwide and years of experience as his guide, Jamie offers this healing to those who need it most, people searching for life direction and guidance, as well as those seeking answers and closure from family and friends who have passed. With decades of experience and a lifetime working with his natural gifts, Jamie offers powerful and accurate validations of the spiritual dimensions around us. Jamie is the host of the podcast Psychic Evolution and author of the Psychic Evolution training cards. As a spiritual teacher, Jamie shares how to integrate the natural psychic senses with the empowerment of spiritual knowledge to help create a more fulfilling life of love, happiness, and success. His website is www.jamieclark.net. And without further ado, please join me in welcoming Jamie Clark.
Hey, well,
Welcome.
thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the honor of being here. And I just want to share tonight, we're going to do a visual, and then after this, we're going to do some readings. We're going to gallery readings. But for this evening, we are going to meet our children in a beautiful garden, and then we are going to be going to an amusement park for an evening of fun. You're going to have the fast pass of fun, no lines, great people. It doesn't matter the age of our children, like I did, it's going to be our babies. And so when you can have this fun and just enjoy that vibe of the natural, effortless experience, it becomes a lot more solid, a lot more real when you can feel that connection. You know your beautiful children, you know who they are and how they vibe. It is a huge gift because the more that we connect with them, the stronger the connection is with us. And I'm always honored, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm always humble because I always say anything and everything I do, everyone can do. If you've got a soul, you're a psychic medium. We've all had the gut feeling of a mind skip picture that happens. That's psychic. And to me, psychic and mediumship are the same thing. To me, the only difference between a psychic read and a mediumship read, a psychic read is in the physical body, mediumship read is out of the physical body. Both are soul prints of consciousness. Now, in this capacity, we're going to have a great evening and we're going to start it off with some fun. So I want you to get yourself comfortable. Let the furniture, wherever you are, hold you as it will. Relaxed. There you go. Just breathe normal, effortless connection. And now I want you to imagine yourself walking in a beautiful garden, feeling the cool grass beneath your feet, the warmth of the sun, and the cool breeze. And as the sun is beginning to set, you see in the center of this beautiful garden 2 comfortable chairs. You know instinctively to go sit in one and let it hold you as it will. And in the other, you're going to have a bench across from you. I want you to ask your child or children to come before you and sit on this bench. I want you to use your imagination, be completely open, no limits. This is your opportunity to get a fun connection and make an even stronger connection. Now, as you ask your children to come before you, see them walking in and effortlessly sitting down on this comfortable bench. Feel the love, the connection, the communication, the realization that this is real and you are instantly connected. Physically, metaphysically is this vibe. And as you enjoy their energy, I want you to stand up out of the chair, and then your children stand up. And as they do, I want you to walk toward them and give them the biggest hug that you have ever given so far. Feel that connection. And our children know that we're going to this amusement park. This is going to be any place that vibes beautifully with you. There will be comfort. It will be a beautiful evening. There will be people walking around with other children. All of our other children are there with the parents. No lines. You've got the fast pace and the fast fun. Now, as you realize that and you're hugging them, you step back just a little and you look off to your right-hand side. And in the distance, you see the gateway of your amusement park, wherever that is. And it's right there as you begin to walk toward it, still feeling the cool grass, the beautiful energy vibe, and the connection with the kids. This is effortless. They are excited to allow us to have some fun because they're having a great time. They love when we can match that vibe. And as you get to the front, the gates swing wide open for you. Feel the power and the connection to this amusement park. This is your place to enjoy, and you may come back anytime that you would like. And as you step forward, feeling the power and the fun, you see other people on the rides having fun, feeling the vibe that this is the parents and children night. This is our loved one connection, feeling the happiness, the soul fullness with living, and the empowerment of the connection to know that we are just but a thought away from our loved ones. And as you walk down the aisles and the streets, seeing the people enjoying, looking at the rides and hearing the voices, they have fun on the rides as they walk by you with the connection and vibes of love, of communication, of understanding, and feeling that compassion. Everyone is having a great time. Any ride, any place you want to go, there are no lines. You instantly walk right up to wherever it is that you want. And now, you may come to many rides and again, as many times, but you might be getting a little hungry at the moment. So I want you to look around and see if there's a restaurant that vibes, something that you guys would like to eat. because this physical, metaphysical experience, the food, is also going to nourish your soul like this connection will. And I want you to just breathe in as you walk into the front doors of whatever restaurant you are vibing with. Smell that beautiful culmination of all the ingredients, anything that you would like. And in the middle is a large table. Your children, you, and you may bring any other family members to this. This is completely open and receptive, and you may come back again and again as you would like. And I want you to feel this family connection. Feel the love that even with other people around in a very positive, loving energy, you have your own reality that you're creating within this. Excellent. And as you have this experience and feel this fun, I want you to entrain to know how this feels. And then I want you to lock in this feeling of happiness and connection and the amusement park if you would like. Because once you know how that feels, you can instantly come right back to this energy of feeling. Without any of the meditations, any of those, you can come straight to this instantly. Just know how this feels with the happiness, the connection, the communication. The more senses you put into this, the stronger and more real it feels. Good. Now, as you've finished enjoying, and everyone has enjoyed their food in all different ways, you and your child are going to be going back to the park, to the garden, to relax. And so I want you to see your children, if you have other family members, giving them a big hug. Feel the connection, the love, the compassion, and the empowerment of this experience. Good. And once all the love has been shared and the hugs are there, you guys walk out that restaurant door, sauntering out towards that front gate, seeing and feeling the people and the rides and the energy. And as you step out, you see in the distance this beautiful garden that you came from. You walk toward it, feeling the beautiful energy of this gathering, this connection. And the more you do this, the more you come back, the stronger the connection gets. And as you touch the grass of this beautiful garden, feeling the coolness, I want you to go in front of the chairs, in the middle, and I want you to give your child a big hug. Feel that love and connection. No matter where they are or you are but a thought away. The more that you come to these visuals and make your own connection in any way that you would like to, the stronger that communication will be with your children, with your loved ones. The ability to trust what you get is huge. Feel the gratitude that your children feel with you and for you for this evening, that you just had some fun, that it can be playful, that it can be empowering, and that it can be connecting, not only with yourselves, but with others in this beautiful family. And once you've felt that beautiful hug, you let them go. They give you a big loving connection and a wink. And then they begin to walk into their own dimension and but a thought away. I want you to feel the garden energy. Feel this place of connection as well. The more that you come here, the stronger the connection gets. And when you're set, I want you to sit down in that chair that you originally sat in. And when you sit down, you are sitting back down into your physical body that is right here, right now. And as you go, getting closer, 1, 2, 3, and just relax into who you are, the physical body, the connection, the vehicle. Good. This is the first connection for the rest of your lives. You may go anywhere. You may do anything. There is no limit to our connection. And when you're set, come back in, wake up, and let's breathe. Excellent. Now the ability to just relax that mind, to become receptive and to put any reality that we want to. It's unlimited, unlimited. We can create that reality in a more productive, powerful, loving, and consistent way. It's what gift do we want to give ourselves and our loved ones? Because they're great. I think it's our job to help us to heal on this side, that unless you have had your own experiences or you do graduate, it is amazing. The best mood that you've ever been in, the best meal that you have ever had. Every time I connect, my soul is full and no judgment ever, ever. I'll guarantee, as crazy as it is, no judgment ever on the universe's part. Completely loving and accepting. Now, I hope that you had some fun with that. And again, you can create anything that you want to go. This is your fun. How about make a play date every night, every week, once a month, whatever is good for you. Because you don't have to have the traffic. You got the good fast pass and anything else, man. It's effortless and just but a thought away. Any questions at the moment?
I just want to tell you that there are so many people who enjoyed that. We have people saying beautiful, wonderful. Thank you, Jamie. That was great. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I love that. It was amazing. I do these a lot. I call them temple journeys. It has saved me. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you. So fun. Thank you. Very cool. Thank you, Jamie. We stayed in the amusement park and we're on the fought in the bumper cars, which sounds
And look at how you could feel
road. Okay, rode in the bumper cars, not thought.
Same thing. What the?
Okay, and then Anna's saying, "Oh my God, oh my gosh, this is fabulous! Thank you." I heard my Frankie and Jose Luis laugh. They were on a Superman ride. So thank you for doing that. No questions so far. We can get started if you'd like to.
Yes, definitely. And so just real quick, as we go, I want to just go over 2 things. One is how I read for people psychically in mediumship, because we're pulling this information out of thin air, and we are. And 2, the act of suicide or graduating yourself and how life experience only holds the value that we place upon it. Because I will share with you, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who comes through to me in mediumship is only on the good channel, or I do not exist. So I always like to make sure that people know that, and I'll give you just a quick experience of why I say life experience only holds the value we place upon it. Now, how I read for people is through natural laws that exist within this universe. And any natural law is never selective of itself as to who the user is of that natural law. Like the soil in the ground. That soil of itself doesn't question anything about you in any way. What kind of person you are, happy, sad, murderer, healer, green, purple, orange. It doesn't question what seed you're planting. If you're planting that seed, you must want it to grow. Make sense? So here's how I read for people. The seemingly thin empty air of nothingness is pure God soil. Every thought you have is a seed you're planting into the cosmic soil. Your attention to those thoughts, to those seeds, are what waters them. And it holds the integrity of what you think or plant. Meaning, if you think or plant a lemon seed, you get a lemon tree, an orange, and an oak. Now, through that vibration is how we've come to see things as karma. Anyone into karma? Can I give you something? Because I know that I'll always share. But here's the thing, if there's karma, because I like pushing people's buttons lovingly. To me, if there's karma, a very basic meaning of karma is an action creates a karmic debt that needs to be repaid or balanced in some way. Is that a decent basic meaning? Okay, so with that definition, what does that say if you live in your own life and doing you, and there's these other two people in their own life experiences, and one of those people hurts the other one? So now that person who just did the hurting has a karmic debt, right? So what does that say if you in your own life are cosmically and karmically chosen to come in and co-create an experience through karma to affect that person like they affected the first one, right? What I didn't tell you is that original hurting of those two people was the completion of the karmic debt. Why would you have to go smite somebody if they just completed their debt? Because if that's the case, you next. Or what if it's just the natural laws, cause and effect? Cause the thought you think, the effect is reality you live. This is the connection with our loved ones as well. What thoughts do we want to create? What realities do we want to merge with and blend to bring in? Because truly everything is within. We just look on outside things to validate. That's perfect. It's whatever works for you. But we already are complete and perfect is the point. Now, just one other thing before I start, and then I'll go into my rules and regs so that you got it on recording as I flap my gums. But the act of taking your own life and how life experience only holds the value that we place upon it. Because for myself, I have a number of people who had graduated themselves. And unless you have a different perspective, a lot of times you're like, I hope they're okay. I hope they're in a good place. And it's certainly understandable. But I always share the fact of the act of taking your own life is not always a good thing, for it can certainly be devastating for us here to pick up the pieces and keep going. However, the act of taking your own life is only the experience to get you to the other side. And now you'll see why I say things only hold the value we place upon them. Because if the act of taking your own life is always a bad thing, and that means you're a bad person, my response is, wow, then I guess the person who jumps on that grenade to save the entire platoon is a bad person. Are you kidding? For me, I would have respect, appreciation, and gratitude for that person who did the exact action and brought my family back home to me. Yet on one end of the spectrum, they're a hero. On the other end, they're a zero. I can only sit here and share with you, but I'll guarantee you it is love. Unless you have your own experience, man, it's like the best mood, the best meal. There are no negatives. It's crazy cool. And so that kind of a connection of doing this for most of my life, I just like to make people aware of what I'm aware of. I don't know nothing. However you perceive your reality is perfect. It's whatever works for you. I just want to do the best I can to be as evidential, to go, I don't think I know a lot of you great people, but it becomes more validating when I'm Joe Schmo who doesn't know you, but might be pretty accurate with connections and validations. And I always say, if I'm good in any way, your people are great. I'm honored, but I'm humble. I'm just listening, just listening. Now, when your people come through, I have no control over who comes through or the information, but I will always stay true to it. To me, in-laws, step family, real family, it's all family. So unless they're specific, I don't have a clue. I get it, I give it. Now, when they bring themselves through, they put themselves on an energy level. Like as their children come through, they come through one level below you. That's children and animals in a good way. At the same level as you, to me, husband, wife, brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, really good friend. One level above, mom and dad, aunt and uncle, grandma, grandpa, and mother, father level. Above that is a grandma, grandpa. When they bring themselves through, they'll bring a tag along energy. Now, a lot of times that information will be about the person who's coming through and how they passed in certain circumstances, but not always. So as that person comes through, if it's not the way that they passed, that's fine. That person is coming through, but then they're acknowledging the person who did pass that way. You'll see why I have blind faith. Not that everything's accurate, but we're usually pretty good. And some of the validations at the moment during this, you might be like, I don't have a clue. And I'm like, good, because I'm not wavering. And you either have the epiphany or you talk to someone and go, I didn't even know. I'm like, yeah, but your people did, and we didn't waver. So I'm honored, but humbled. If I'm good, know that you can make these connections and you're great. Our ability to trust and allow ourselves to make that connection.
Tell me something, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
This is so funny. Everybody is noticing this. I had been noticing that. Let's see. Someone is crinkling paper or something. I feel like something is shuffling too. And I'm wondering if it has to do with the kids, because I see your hands are not shuffling anything.
I'm sitting here, everything's stable to me, man.
Where is that crinkling coming from? Unless there's absolutely nobody that's
That is
unmuted
cool.
besides you. So everybody's saying that they heard it too. So I just want to acknowledge that it's not Jamie, but unfortunately, maybe now that we tell the kids that was beautiful, but we've got to be able to hear Jamie. Let's let it go. It's funny, Jamie and I did an interview last week and it was really fun and we had a great time, a whole hour, and then it disappeared. And we know
Literally.
the whole interview disappeared. So it's amazing all these things that happen with electronics. We did it again yesterday, so it's okay. But anyway, so people are saying they think it's the kids. I believe so. It's coming from your vibration probably, Jamie, but let's let it go and tell all the kids, okay, that was enough.
It's like you just did. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, thanks.
So, yeah, I'm usually pretty good about going directly to you and here's the information and your loved ones. Sometimes I can be misdirected, but I'm usually pretty good. And because I'm one person and there's a lot of great people on here, I'm not going to be able to get to everyone. So there will be sometimes a me too. And what I mean by that is because I'm just one person, but I might be talking to one of you guests and giving you information, but another one might, that's exactly what happened to me. So there'll be times where they'll try to share as much information as a validation to get that to go, that connected with me as well. It'll become that kind of a powerful connection because when they can make that, and you know your loved one, you know how they feel, that is the biggest gift because then you begin to live with them in their new life like they're learning to live with you and yours, and but a thought away. That's the power. That's the connection. Now, when they bring themselves through with a name, it's either who they are that's alive on this planet, and they'll either be in the family or close to the family, or they're alive on the other side, because I never talk to the dead. There are none. Truly, we live only one life, an eternal life, but each life is a minute in the hour in the day, and each of those days of experience goes into our Solodex as an eternal being. Powerful. Everything is spiritual. Life is relative. We're extraterrestrials to everyone else. Woo-hoo, right? We're living on the other side of where we come from before here. Like we have birthing here, might we realize that potentially it's birthing on the other side as well? With these birthdays, with these gifts of connection and the love that they have for us, but they can't do it for us, but they will do it with us. That love, that compassion, you know that they're not giving up and they're in a great place. A little bit easier when they're feeling amazing, and it's not as easy for us when that can be a circumstance to go, yeah, okay, great, but when you know they're good and you get that, please make your connections for yourself as well. Something to think about. I'm honored, but I'm humbled. Now, I believe April Abalis, we were talking earlier today. So I want to make sure that, I'm not going, hey, no, we had a meeting today and your lovely daughter is coming through. Okay. And she makes me feel like, exactly. One, thanks for the prayers. Two, she's going to be having some fun with you and she will pay you a dream state visit. You know, the difference. Clarity is the difference. Your dream will be like, I don't really remember it, but I feel it. A visit will be ingrained in your soul. And she looked like we were talking about, I was there. Make sense?
Yes.
Now,
I can't wait.
Yeah, but not only that, what she also makes me feel like is the more that you're working with your abilities, the stronger the connection is going to get. There will be times when it's literally like a reality merge to go, that was just going to come right out my mouth like she was right there. That's because she was. It becomes that stronger connection that it'll just vibe through you to go, that's amazing. And when we can give ourselves the gift of connection, and one, please always question everything. Be skeptical, just be open. That way you don't go into that other house. There's that fine line between doing this and that other house, man. I always say there are some sane people in there that just don't understand what's going on. I'm hearing voices. Yeah, guess what? I hear it all day long of people seek me out. They don't fear me. It's if you're comfortable, it brings comfort to others. It's going to freak you out. It'll freak them out. But April, your daughter's like, okay, all right, keep going. But also in this, I need to say thank you for what you're doing for other people as well. It's important. Taking care of you and others is a beautiful gift. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Got it. Any other questions?
I've been wanting to ask this. She passed pregnant 7 months, and I don't know where the baby is, or if the baby can hear me, or if I can talk to the baby, if she's with the baby.
Right there, right now, right here. Exactly. Exactly. And that unification, both soul prints were together. There was no separation, no loneliness, nothing. It was that kind of a solidness. And literally to bring that inner life within and literally experiencing it real time is like, wow. Because I just feel like your daughter was amazed at the connection, because the way that things could play out vastly different than how you feel with that experience. And for her to feel so good and so just full of life, that's huge. You know, sometimes you get good at trying to help other people, which is always good, but you got to keep yourself included. I just feel like she's very caring and she's a beautiful person, but you know, just like you said, keep yourself included. That way you don't get challenged. And did you think about putting some like collage together, or like a bunch of pictures in a way to be an honor? I know it's odd, but she just dropped it into my big head.
Yeah, I actually did do that.
Perfect. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, she keeps showing me like yellow flowers, like daisies and sunflowers. Okay, so I don't know if she enjoyed those, but she's very clear about what she shows me. Now, in addition, pay attention, because she'll playfully do some feathers for you as well. Okay, you'll find it like, that's weird. And she shows me because for me, my mom gives me feathers as well. And one of them was fairly recently, and I found it in the front going, I didn't open the door, and it was in the house. And so I picked it up, and it's a little white feather, and it's white, but it has brown markings, and the brown markings are in the shape of a capital letter E. My mom's name's Elaine. What a coincidence. There is none. So that was the thing, is I'm not silly. I need the healing just like I give. And if I can help others to help themselves, I'm helping myself too. And this is a better place, one person at a time. And who are we going to start with first? Ourselves. Because your daughter's glad and she's proud of you for being as strong as you are and for continuing. And she will make sure that you get a solid validation of this beautiful child with her as well.
Okay.
And I love that, because a lot of times when they say something like that, they back it. As we're going, hey, I'm just a messenger. She'll get the credit. But it's powerful because you already know her. You know the connection. And if your daughter says it, I feel like she'll do the best she can to manifest it. I don't feel like she's like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing, unless you irritate her. But besides that, it's this really good energy, similar smile and happiness. Okay?
Okay.
got
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, she loved sunflowers. That was her thing, sunflowers and roses. So
Very cool. Beautiful. Okay.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You got it. Great to talk with you. Okay, Elizabeth, am I able to see the bigger screen if I can, please?
Yes, you should be able to, if you just hit gallery view at the top, just drop down to gallery, and
I
then
can
you
see
should,
view and gallery view. Oh,
yeah.
already beautiful.
Do you see everyone?
Beautiful. Thank you.
And you can scroll through where
I do. What people I can see? Yeah, that's fantastic. So I want to try to get to a variety of people here the best that I can. And if I don't get to you, it is no way negative. It's just whoever's loudest gets our attention. I might, I don't know if I'm with Gus or not. The gentleman? Yeah, possibly you. Okay, cool. I'm usually pretty good about going for male or female, but sometimes if a female coming through has a stronger energy, I'll go for a male. If a male has a softer, I'll go for a female. Otherwise, I stick to what I get. Have you lost a son, Gus? Okay, because he's strong, man. And like you're holding his head, he has it tilted just like that. Like, yep, cool. Now, funny, but even if he was really, really young, he's older. He comes through more responsible and more coherent. Do you understand that? Okay. Now, I don't know, and I am not a doctor, cannot diagnose for nothing, for nobody, never. Okay. But your son puts question marks around things. So I don't know if potentially if it might be connected to him, that maybe there was circumstances around that they weren't sure if it was one way or another way, or they didn't know if other people were involved in some way. Okay, I don't know where else to go with that, except that he drops that into my mind. And so if there's nothing there, don't even worry about it. I'll stay true to your people. Now, in addition, it makes my head hurt. Okay, so I don't know if there might have been a circumstance or lack of clarity in some way. Otherwise, there's this major head dynamic. Do you know anyone who passed from an impact? Okay, just, are we able to unmute him? Because
He's unmuted, but his volume must not be on. Can you turn your volume up, Gus, maybe?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so was your son older? Because if he was really, really, really young, then he's an old soul, man, because he comes through like he's older than that.
No, he was 19.
Okay, so he's older than a young. Okay, because I'm like, nah, he comes through way too clear with that. And even if he didn't have good hair, he's got a nice head of hair. He's looking at you. Now, I don't know if possibly somebody thought about getting a tattoo in honor, or if they did. But if not, I'll just say, don't be surprised if you connect with somebody and they're like, you know, I'm good friends with your son, and we had gotten this tattoo. And you'd be like, holy cow, because I have no idea. But your son's very clear about it. And he's got a similar smile like that, just like that. Now, if you have not had an experience like this, very strong connection. One, paying you a visit. The difference between a dream and a visit, like I said, is the clarity. It will be ingrained in your soul. Two, he's also doing the knocks. Now, this is a very casual but a consistent validation. And I myself have had this multiple times over the past couple of years, and thousands of people have had the same or similar circumstance. And I asked my master guide Chi about it. Here's what it is. Very basic, very casual, but consistent. If you haven't had it, strong potential coming up. You'll just be sitting in your house doing whatever, and on a wall or a door, you'll hear, somebody threw a rock? Is that a pipe? I don't know, whatever. Later, on a window. Did a bird hit the window? Oh, there won't be a bird. In this case, that's your son. Okay, now that's going to be for a lot of other folks, because that is a generalized statement, but I will share with you a lot of people have had that. And what's really cool is around this time, I'm very honored. I do a lot of scientific studies and good stuff. So we've done a number of things at the University of Arizona. Well, on those, we're working with the soul phone technology, dimensional frequency resonator. But it's also when they can put things together that your son is going to help some other people. Okay, because he's very straightforward. I feel like, no, you know where you stand, but he's also compassionate. Just like you're doing, he loves you. Okay, and not easy, but nothing would have changed that. It was his time. He gives you like a big hug. Come here, come here. So even if he wasn't bigger than you, boop, he's bigger than you, man. Does that help you, son?
Yes, thank you.
You got it. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Cool.
Bless.
Thank you. You know, and it's all about the love. You know, whatever works for you is the beauty of it, because these connections will allow us to create our own, because no one can do it for us, but we've got to do it for ourselves. And when we can do this in a group, in a family, now the community has the empowerment that we can just be ourselves, that we don't have to worry about, oh, you want, it's like, you've got an experience too. I've had that, and you know what? And here's what happened. And when you can be able to share that, in this case, in a beautiful form in a family, where people can realize that maybe we're not alone, that maybe others do get this, and that I have the ability to heal and to keep living, not just existing. So that is where our children love to have us, is the empowerment to realize we can live life. Because the more that we live it, the more we're living it with them. And the more that we find ourselves within life, the more life we find within ourselves. That's the reality. That's the power. Your son's like, bip, on the arm. Very cool. Okay, let me get back into this, and let's see if we can get to a few more people. Cool. I'm trying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying.
You're doing a great job, Jamie. And tell me, just check and see if your microphone is maybe touching your shirt. Because
You
it might be that the
You know
reason
what? I
you're-
bet it probably, can you hear me now with this?
Yeah, that's great. But I just
Okay,
think
you
it
know
might
what?
be making it
If
kind
you're
of
okay, let me just take this shirt off real quick.
okay.
Hey, wait a minute.
Okay, great. That sounds great.
I got the shirt underneath. We're good.
Yes, I think that'll help though. And thanks everybody for being
Okay,
here.
hope
Here
you
he
guys
is.
can see. And hopefully hear me, man. Hey,
Oh, we could hear it. It was still shuffling. So this will be better, I'm sure.
yeah, and I don't believe that that was my shirt though, that original shuffling thing.
That's
So
very possible.
here's the, yeah, good thing is questioning it. But as soon as I put my shirt on the chair, one of the kids got my attention. So I know that's kind of general, but I don't know if possibly one of you parents maybe set their shirt or jacket out or put it over a chair like it's their place and that's where they sit. There's this type of an honoring connection. Okay, I know that's real general, but there's a strong connection to this. Sally, have you had an experience like that?
Sally.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, I can. Now I can.
My son, I have his shirt. I have his car now,
Oh,
and his shirt is on the passenger side,
oh
along with
beautiful.
what he wore. He was a motorcycle person, and he wore something over his head. That's there too.
Oh, beautiful. Now, here's the thing.
Mhm.
You are very good for others. Your son loves you so much. You gotta take
I
time for
know.
you too. Okay, God, you're always good for others. I know that, but just a little bit of time for you goes a long way. Even though I know you do, it's a really good thing. Okay, because I like he's very straightforward, very
Yes,
straightforward.
he is.
And there's an energy that he always appreciated and loved and respected you because you're nice, but you're direct. It's like, no, I get it. He's got that good strength and smart enough to go, mama says it all right. Okay. Now your son is standing there shaking ashes. Do you know anyone who was cremated?
It's possibly his best friend who passed away from cancer 2 years before that. It's
Okay.
possible.
Okay, yeah, maybe if you're able to check that out and see, and
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I'm very stickly about is if the loved ones were starting to give me a bunch of validations that there's no way you could validate, I'll stop it every time. Otherwise you could be silly going, yeah, they can't validate it. And they're saying, no, we're a team. And usually your loved ones are very good. In this case, your children are good enough to give me those solid validations. And whenever you see a red bird or a red cardinal, okay, it will be your son.
I can believe that.
No, he says that. I'm like, I don't know. But again, it will be that uniqueness. It's not going to be a generalized, like, yeah, birds exist. It'll be like, why do I feel like you're eyeballing me? And whoever touches your mind first is usually who it's coming from. It has their individualized soul print connected to it. Call their souls
Okay,
because
thanks.
like fingerprints unique. You got it. Now, did you have to get another phone or a computer, or were you thinking about getting one? Because your son's looking at you like, just tell her.
Well, I have his dad's computer
Okay.
where Michael took photos, and I had to scan all the negatives from his work. So yeah, I have his dad's computer to
Okay,
do
as long
that.
as
A
it's not
Mac,
a different
I
one.
didn't have
Okay, then
before.
that's
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, that's why. Okay, so awesome. Very cool. Now, in addition, your son is standing right behind you. You will feel his energy just right there. The good thing is you're tapped in. The excellent thing is you're trusting more about what you're getting. So I'm saying if we can keep it, be skeptical, folks, be questioning. That way it's practical. You can get this and then you can fit it into your life in any way that feels right for you. Because that's why I love what Elizabeth has done and Mark bringing everyone together, that they know that they have
Yeah.
a family, a community where people are in the same boat. And when we cannot feel alone and feel connected with, okay, you know what? First breath, that's a good sign. Here we go. And, I always say we live our entire life in one breath. When we come in, we breathe in. And when we go out, we breathe out, man. The trick is to just breathe and we'll live life. That's powerful. Now, Did somebody do, I don't know if your son's saying that maybe somebody did like a ride around, like maybe other motorcycles and stuff that they did an honoring for him, but he kind of does that type of a thing. Do you understand that?
He passed away on a motorcycle. He
Oh,
went all the way through the Himalayas on a motorcycle, and he
wow.
passed away on a motorcycle in Greece
Wow.
quite unexpectedly, but right in the middle of town. I mean, after all those 5 years of travel, he ended up passing away like just a block away from where he was.
Is that crazy? Just like the oxymoron of life going, really? What the? And then I'm seeing the beauty.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's great. He is perfect. Now, I was also sharing, I believe that Gus's son might have said a reference of a tattoo. So is your son. He's acknowledging a tattoo in honor. So don't be surprised if maybe a couple of people, not just one, but a couple of people have either gotten tattoos or they've been thinking about it.
His best friend / girlfriend, who I was actually with today, she put a tattoo right here. He used to call himself Lucky Tumble.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, and it's right here. I was just with her today, so that's maybe why it came through.
And the connection is right on that shoulder, but he's like, right, well, wasn't that good luck? But it's also, I feel like when he was done, very quick, just done.
I guess it was. I think there was some
There was a little
moments. I
lingering.
don't want to really think like that.
Yes,
but
ma'am. It was very smooth and no pain. Done very quickly, very quickly. Has both your mom and dad passed? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, and there was more people than that, but he had like the
Yes.
welcoming committee. Okay. It's like, wow.
Yes, he certainly did.
I know. And you know, when you see your loved ones, you know you're in a great place. And for him, because he's got a good intelligence about him, he's very playful, but I feel like very intelligent.
He's
Just kind of plays
both
it
playful
down.
and highly intelligent. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that way you kind of fit in, you don't stand out too much. But he's got that to where I feel like, one, he's straightforward, two, nice guy, but three, he'll help you if you want to help yourself. Not going to do it for you, but do it with you. I just feel like some of his highs, like mine, is to see powers for people to empower themselves. God, that is brilliant. That is lovely.
Absolutely.
And if you didn't think about writing a book in any way,
I'm writing a book.
Okay.
I do a lot of work for spiritual work, and I've actually seen him in the portal. There's a lot I've done, and I've written all my experiences down in a book. I'm continuing to do that, and eventually I'll publish it for people.
Excellent.
It's called
Good.
be called Finding Michael.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Michael is great. He's also associated with Archangel Michael.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know, I used to, and again, just from my awareness, folks, I don't know nothing, but I'll share my perspective. And that is, I used to hear Archangel Michael is the destroyer of darkness and he's going to obliterate and all that. And in the back of my soul, I was always like, how is it possible that in the angelic realm of love and compassion, we have a murderer and a destroyer? And Chi, my master guide, was like, well, Jamie, he's not an angel of destruction. He's an angel of love. And you will vibe with that energy or you're gone. That's how we come to see it as the warrior. Because I'm like, that makes more sense. Man, otherwise, what the flag nog? Everything's happening at once.
Yeah, he was. Sorry, but
No, go
he
right
was
ahead.
called the Peaceful Warrior. He was very good at. In fact, he had a really severe injury in India. He was attacked a couple of years before that, and he was always taking care of women. He was always protecting women. So when we had a photography show for him, I called him the Peaceful Warrior, which is very perfect.
It is, and how appropriate. Now, did somebody think about doing a picture or a painting in some way?
Well, his photographs, and I do pastel work.
There we
So
go.
I
As
guess
long as
it
you've been,
runs in the
right.
family.
Well, because I was thinking, well, the photos are beautiful, but it's different than that. It's like it's a painting or it's that type of thing. And you're kind of validating pastels, acrylics, that kind of thing. So I just need to say, if you're open, because he makes me feel like you are doing that, but that he'll channel with you. He'll just let that energy vibe through you. It's that easy. It is effortless and it is first nature. And knowing your son, you'll feel his soul print. You know exactly who he is. And when he can do this and you guys can write this together, that's powerful and that's healing. And he makes me feel like you've been so good for others and you're strong, but you got to keep yourself included. Okay, because people don't know how to help the one who helps everyone else. They'll offer, if there's anything I could do for you, Sally, I'm here for you. And they mean it. They just don't know how to help you. So you like me, hi, I'm Jamie. I'm no longer a hypocrite. I keep myself included because then people can go, okay, it's okay to help yourself because I thought you were going to have narcissism. Now I'm seeing you cannot give what you do not have. And your son likes your hair.
I just cut it.
Okay, no wonder. He's like, hey, just let her know. He loves you very much. He gives you a kiss.
I know, we were very close.
And still are, and still are.
Yeah, that's
Now-
why I think I've had these experiences because of our connection and because of sudden death. It's pretty rough with sudden death with people.
Oh,
Just 1
God.
minute they're here, the next minute they're not. It's
Yes, ma'am.
pretty,
But to-
pretty intense.
And to the best we can to keep this connection because that is life changing and soul changing. It will literally put us into a whole different vibe. And in doing that, you've always been compassionate, but you don't take crap, which is a beautiful blend. So people know where they're at. And when you speak with them, not just to them, they know you're genuine. And you know, like I do, if I've been through it, then I can speak about it. Otherwise, it's
Absolutely, yeah.
secondhand. You've got this. And not only that with the book, I'll just
Mhm.
say, continue to do that because you have a very strong potential. And this also comes from your son that you might do a little bit of public speaking in addition.
Mhm.
Because he's looking at you like she's doing it. She's doing it.
I have
So-
done it, but I'm still not real comfortable with it. But I have, I've done a video on YouTube, which I was like, oh my God, no.
Excellent. You did it though. And that's the initiation. That's the camera thing. I feel like he's talking about if you even choose to, that you'll
Yeah.
write a book. Okay. But you also might do some guest speaking with that book to go, how did you bring yourself through? We read this amazing experience in this life and you stayed here with us. What do you, they will seek you out. They need to know it's possible that you can make it. Because, you know, like I do, is anyone else experiencing this? What, the flag dog? And when they can see somebody who's genuine and we're doing the best we can to help ourselves heal because no one can do it for us, then it's empowering to go, okay, you know what? I've been watching and you help everyone all the time. And I'm loving that you're helping yourself. God, you're not a hypocrite. I love that. And you'd be like, well,
Well, I think it's like one of the most incredible things I think to do after you lose a child is to help other people through it. I can't think of anything better, really, to open your heart with the experience and not go into the grief too much, because I know my son just wouldn't want that.
And
So-
again, you bring up such a beautiful point, and that is, it's not easy because how we can feel here. But like I said, I don't have to graduate. I feel it. It's the best mood you've ever been in, the best meal that you have ever had. Every time my soul is full. And the words that come to me each and every time I have that experience, who are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, you do enough of this stuff, you start getting the reality to go, there is a lot of potential with this. And
There
only
certainly
that-
is.
Yeah, it's only that crazy up until it's science and spirituality. Because, you know, I'm into those sign things because it's that, well, we're eternal beings, and we are. And you do
Mhm.
realize we're not originally from this universe, right? Because I believe that scientifically, they validated that humans are basically energy, vibrational light beings. Now, with that definition of being basically energy, I believe in quantum physics. They've also validated that energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
I'm
But
working
what-
with quantum physics right now. I'm very involved with that too, with a healing device. So
Excellent. And
Yeah.
in that, it will start to awaken human consciousness. It is the planetary escalade that had to be, the entire planet's consciousness was reset. right? All in one shot, baby. It wasn't a country against a country. It's a virus against the world. Poop, unified oneness. Now people are coming together to, one, help take care of ourselves the best that we can. And if we can take care of others and help others, that's beautiful. Because for me, it's always a win-win. And like I said, I will always help others and I keep myself included. Your son's like,
That's-
say that one again.
Beautiful idea. It's hard to do sometimes when you're a giver, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. But I've learned because people do need to know that it is okay to give to yourself too.
Yeah.
You know, when they can see that new way and that you're amazing and that you feel like you're living, that I need to know is possible. Because once they can see that it can be done, then maybe I can do this. Click. And I'm like, yes, please. We'll bring ourselves back to life again. That is the huge key to
Absolutely.
success. So thank you for being who you
Right
are.
on.
Lots of love, man. We got this.
Thank
Elizabeth,
you. I'm not surprised you came through.
strong enough to go, there's quite a few people on here, but I'm like, brr, point you.
Yeah.
You know, there's quite a few people, but your loved ones know who and where you are. Out of billions and billions of people, like we have an IP address on the internet web, we have an SP address, a soul print address on the universal web. Never lost and always found, always at one minute.
Absolutely.
My pleasure. And Elizabeth, I think we're cool.
Yes, I think we are. We have 3 more minutes. So if you would like to just wrap up, that would be wonderful. And you've done a beautiful job, Jamie. I truly
Thank you.
appreciate every time that you come on here. So maybe just give us some words of wisdom so that we can await the next time that we get to have you on here, which
Yes.
will be wonderful.
And what I would love for you to think about doing, ladies and gentlemen, is the visual. Take your kids anywhere. You already went to a theme park. Where else you want to go? You want to go hiking? You want to go bike riding? What? It is unlimited. And there is no challenges. You don't have to pay for nothing. You don't have to worry about nothing. It's effortless. That pure energy, positive state of love and empowerment, that is what our kids love because we got to help ourselves. And they love us so much. You know, they have the compassion. But when they can see you doing that and you can continue to live, that is what brings them even more happiness because you guys are doing it together. You're never doing it without them. They are truly but a thought away and instantaneous through that connection. Truly, it's all about the love, folks. Keep your connections. Let's do this.
Thank you. I just have to tell you that you have so many appreciation notes in the chat box. I'll go ahead and send this to you after.
Please.
I also just want to say one more time, I was fortunate enough to meet Jamie through Mark Ireland and Suzanne Wilson at the very beginning of my journey. And he's been with me ever since. And I think that being around Jamie, every time that he comes to Unity to speak to our group, he is so excited and so happy to be there and so excited about the kids' energy. It's almost, well, it is infectious, but in any case, one time I was checking people in and hugging people up at the front and he said, I think it's time, although it wasn't quite time. And I said, okay, Jamie, I'll just finish up here. And all of a sudden he was up at the front of the room. I hadn't even introduced him or done any mission statement or anything. Like, those kids were ready to go and he was going to start right then.
Huge.
So cute. And he is just like that. He's just got this huge, wonderful, loving personality. And again, he will be part of our second Helping Parents Heal conference. And I'm so grateful that he doesn't have to come very far.
That's fantastic. And I'm honored to be presenting. And I hope that I get a chance to see you guys there as well.
Well, I hope that everyone here is going to be able to join us at the conference as well.
Awesome.
And I feel very grateful because this year, because of Suzanne Wilson and because of the generosity of some other people that we'll be publicizing later, we will be able to offer some scholarships as well. So we're very excited about that. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful evening. Have we unmuted? Let me make sure that I unmute everybody. Let's see. you can unmute now and say thank you and goodbye. To
Thank
Jamie.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maravilloso,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
see
you,
you
Jamie.
again.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Elizabeth.
Lots of love.